Hi Leo, welcome to your general monthly reading for money. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. If this is about you and another person, this could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus sign. Alright, Leo. And a couple more. Alright. Leo for me. Justice, Libra. The Hermit, like the glare on that. Virgo. Six of Swords. Empress, could be Taurus, Libra, or Aries. The Wheel of Fortune. Two of Wands. And the Ace of Wands. Alright. Here. Okay. Okay. Four major arcana out of 7. Okay, so this month is going to be pretty significant. Some things going on behind the scenes that are going to affect your daily routines, or just maybe a paradigm shift. What's this Hermit about? Yeah, that's better. What's this Hermit about for Leo? This. You always show up. There's Leo. All right. What's this Six of Swords about for Leo? I think you're worrying too much. I think it feels like you're trying to, not that you're trying to, it feels like you might have filled a void with trying to keep yourself busy, or trying to, okay, let's do the next thing. Let's do this, let's do that. And that's not a bad thing. Just know that if you're feeling kind of exasperated or exhausted, you can let go of what you kind of taken on, because it feels like the minute something gets settled or resolved, you're like, okay, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? And you don't have to do that. Perhaps it might be that there needs to be some introspection about what's going on, instead of trying to manage everything outwardly and taking that on. A lot of times that happens. Like, people will take on things in an effort to sort of fix the inner landscape. They get really busy managing a lot of external things, even not their things. So it might be that this bears shining that light on the inside, just to illuminate what's going on. Because we've got Six of Swords and we've got the Six of Pentacles. Okay, all right. What's this Empress about? Okay, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you gotta let somebody help you. It's almost like you want to do all the things. And it could be because you might be avoiding dealing with some uncomfortable feelings, or just some, having to let go of something. It could be that there's needing to look at something realistically and figure out what to keep and what to kind of set aside. And yet that might be kind of difficult. So you take on a lot in an effort to resolve, like I said before, things going on internally. That's when you get really busy externally. And you might be starting to wear yourself out a little bit. And I think it's just a matter of looking at it and seeing what you can set aside and what you can keep. Because right now it's just everything's on your plate, and it doesn't need to be. I hate it when it got glare on there. Okay, all right. You like this a little bit? Maybe. All right. So yes, just maybe let somebody help you here. Share the load. Look at this, 666, Six of Wands, victory. Okay, this says success. This says works. So it's almost like, okay, you did good. Now what's next? Okay, so it's almost like spinning your wheels here, and then a shift happens, which is great, but don't let it be a missed opportunity, because you're still trying to make something work back here, or you're trying to make it all work. It's okay to set some things aside, because you've got, change is coming. It's coming for everybody, good Lord. But it could be that you're trying to drag a few things with you into this new cycle that might not be of benefit to you and yours, or to all concerned. I think you're wanting to make something work, and you need to look at what you could lessen, what you could lighten the load with. setting aside or setting down, or just kind of changing the way you do it. And it has to do with you not wanting anybody else to help you or not letting anybody else help you. And the thing is, consider that perhaps the reason why you don't want them to help you is because you know that they will let you down or they will fall short. And so you'd rather just do it all yourself. If you really just maybe looked at it, it would be that it might not work. And that might be hard to accept. And so it's like, well, just don't worry about it. I'll do it. Instead of having to look at, okay, you know what? I might not be able to work this many shifts, or I might not be able to count on this person, or I might need to say no to this person. I might need to say no to the job, or it's in an effort to get some balance here. Yeah. All right. What's this Two of Wands about for? The thing is that this is, you've got victory, success, winning coming in. You've got a new cycle coming in. Be careful what you carry through into it. Just take a look at that. Okay, all right. This Two of Wands for Leo. This is Two of Wands. And I say that, and I'm careful the way I say it because I know I repeat myself. I feel like you are one of the people that would rise up to any challenge because of your nobility, because of your being honorable, because of your generosity. It doesn't mean that you should. Just because you could doesn't mean that you should. Just saying. Okay. Five of Wands. So Two of Wands, Five of Wands. Yes. Okay. Some uncomfortable truths, making perhaps some uncomfortable decisions, figuring out what's what. It's going to be uncomfortable. That's okay. That's okay. It's all for growth here. It's all for you being propelled forward. What's this? Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. All right. So it could very well be that this is a simple fact of you needing to set some boundaries. And that also has to work for you as well, meaning you can't set the boundaries and then breach them. You've got to stick to your guns on something. And I'm not talking about letting somebody come in, or it's to where you decide something, and then once you see it might not work out the way you wanted it to, if you backed off, then you go, I want to go. This is it. It's like good things are coming and going to happen if you let them, but there might be some uncomfortable truths you have to look at. There might be some feeling kind of in conflict with yourself. There might be some, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's necessary because you can't keep doing what you've been doing. You've got to set down the load. You've got to partition things out. You've got to set aside what is simply too much for you. This could be work. There's a lot of Wands and Pentacles here. Things are going to be busy, but consider how much you're taking on that maybe you don't need to. And it might be a blind spot, so that's not easy, right? Particularly in the area of caring for others and helping others and showing up for others and lending yourself out or resources out to others. I think that's more comfortable for you than perhaps realizing that, okay, if I don't do that, then where does that leave me and this person, or where does that leave me in work, or where does that leave me in this? It changes the dynamic, and maybe you don't want it to change, because if you take a look at how much you're giving out and not getting back, it's kind of eye-opening for you. So you need to fold in some self-care here. It's nothing wrong with being busy, just you might be doing it to avoid having to accept that others might fall short and let you down, and then now that you know, you have to make some decisions about that you might not want to accept. And it doesn't mean that you thwart anything or you throw it to the side. It simply means that you take a look at where it could still fit if you didn't do that. Some of you might want to chuck some things, okay, but it doesn't mean that you have to. It just means that you need to be honest about what is working and what isn't, and how much you're carrying for other people. Coming into a great cycle, but it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable confronting those truths about how much you do for others and how much you don't get back. But this is, it looks like once you kind of have that awareness about what to back off on and kind of maybe restructuring the relationship or your work schedule or whatever it is, it looks like it brings about the desired result here. That, I mean, we've got Ace of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. This could be Capricorn. So no beating yourself up. It just means needing to shift some things around, make some decisions, change this, let some things go, make room for the new here. And we got Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Empress, Three of Pentacles. So there's opportunity, there's being comfortable, being secure here, and you just got to get excited about it. You just got to lessen the load a little bit to make room for it to get excited. You always have that optimism. That's not a problem. But you're doing all the things, and you need some balance here. You need to let other people show up, and if they can't, then you adjust accordingly. All right. Oopsie. For Leo. For Leo. Knight of Michael, Knight of Swords. It says strong, committed, intellectual, diligent. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden changes. Okay. So Knight of Swords. I read that as Aquarius. So just saying, this calls for kind of some decision making and some movement, some leadership, some for leadership for self. Not for others, for you. You pull that back and you do it for you here because you're giving too much of yourself away. So this is needing to, use logic over maybe some feeling guilty or feeling obligated. It's like, yep, pull that back. That's not useful. So what makes sense here, if you're feeling too given away, if you're feeling like you're too spread out, this is about deciding how and what you can pull some of that back and looking at why you do that. Not condemning, not judging, just being discerning. Like, okay, I tend to do that when I get uncomfortable. Or maybe I should go for a walk instead. Or just, you know what I mean? So you can choose differently. Once you understand why you're doing it, maybe you can choose a different outlet. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Okay. What else for Leo? Because, get excited. Just got to make room for it. That's all. Resilience. Rise above tribulations. Hey, I'll take it. Can you see that? You can see that. All right. If I did like, it doesn't help. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So you can, and this is not to imply otherwise, but you can handle the truth here. You can handle taking a good hard look at what you've kind of been avoiding. You can do it. You just might not want to slow down to do it, but you need to. You need some balance. You need some self-care. You need to let a few things go and figure what you can do with more of and what you could do with less of here. The thing too about this right here, it kind of sounds like you need to take... It's about boundaries. It's about you, because the external stuff isn't going to let up. Part of that is because you volunteer for it. So you need to set some boundaries here so you can recuperate, so you can be resilient, so you can, because you don't need to be taking on as much as you are. It feels like, honestly, this feels like work and relationship. It feels like it's coming at you from all sides and it doesn't need to. Boundaries, because you got some good coming in and you need to make room for that, and you need to not be already beholden to everything else to where you can't get your good, or to where it's delayed because you feel beholden and guilty. All right, so we got 5 of Cups on its side, and we've got the 8 of Swords on its side. So I think this is you. I think you're coming out of feeling disappointed and sad, and it speaks to starting to make those rational decisions, starting to look at things logically, releasing sentimental attachment and looking at what is, forgiving yourself, releasing judgment, all of that. So you're coming out of it. So there's that resilience, right? You're coming out of, I think you're going through the motions here, but you're internally, that must be what this is. internally you're coming out of it. You're just still going through the emotions externally, so no one knows what's going on with you. And it could be because it's uncomfortable to have to set those boundaries and choose yourself. You can think about it all you want and get kind of feisty, but it's probably uncomfortable to not be able to be the one that's generous or able to help or fix it all because you're good at it. But you need to not do that for everybody. You need to focus on Leo and not give all of you away. All right. Okay. So, for Leos, you're fine, but you have been. I'm sitting here going, you need to look at. You have been looking at it. It feels like you're really busy and having to take care of everybody else but yourself. Part of that is because you're volunteering for it, and you feel guilty. And if you won't, who will? Well, they're gonna have to figure it out because Leo needs a break. Leo's busy. Leo's got good coming, and it's gonna happen quickly. It's gonna be incoming quickly. This very well could be the start of a new job. This could be quitting, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna quit. It's too wonky here. I can't. You don't accept no's. I need to be able to say no and have some time off. And all of a sudden, you're like, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna do what I've always wanted to do now, or nothing like the present to start that side hustle or job or new place of employment like I wanted to. So, making some decisions, putting up some boundaries, getting your good. I don't like that glare. I've tried the paper in it. Okay, all right, different paper, I guess. Thank you for stopping by, Leo. I hope this was helpful. I hope you get some rest. Nothing wrong with staying busy. Just you deserve better. You deserve better. And if this is a new job, I keep going. I'm sorry. This could be literally walking away from a job that might pay a lot of money, but it's not fulfilling. And you're like, you know what? I can make the same amount of money doing the same job going into business for myself. So this very well could be the green light to back off from that and start a new, or at least place the importance on it differently. Like, okay, I'm going to do this for another 6 months because it's going to take that long for me to get the same, what I want to do off the ground, but it's not going to be as important to me as I've been making it because I'm not getting back what I put into it. Okay. All right. Okay, Leo. Much love to you. Happy. I hope to see you in the next reading. All right. You take care.